To come to order, we'd like to welcome our guests to the Ouachita Parish School Board meeting. Come any time that your schedule would allow. Ms. Mickens, roll call, please.
Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
Here. Here. Here.
Now stand, please, for the pledge. Be done by Board Member Mr. Harold McCoy.
Salute, pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Invocation be done by Board Member Greg Manley.
Please pray with me. Great Heavenly Father, just how awesome it is to be able to come before you in prayer, Heavenly Father. We creator of all the universe, our Heavenly Father. It's an awesome opportunity that is, and we just thank you for that blessing. Thank you for blessings you give us each and every day, dear God. Thank you for the opportunity we have to serve on the school board, and just pray for your wisdom and guidance as we make decisions that impact our students and our staff and all the citizens of Ouachita Parish. We ask for your blessings on this meeting, Heavenly Father, and your guidance. Thank you so much for things that you do for our school system each and every day. We lift you up, praise, and honor, the work of both of all. We thank you for salvation, the plan of salvation, Jesus here and after the cross. All that we pray in Jesus' precious holy name. Amen.
Amen. Board, look down at the minutes, September the 29th, 2020. Need approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carries. Down at the agenda, we need approval of the agenda.
Also move we approve.
Second.
All in favor, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Personnel report, Dr. Cover. We're good. Well, we're good. Moving right down to business. Item number 1, to consider and take action with respect to adopting a resolution recognizing the final form and execution of the board purchase agreement in connection with insurance of sale of general obligation school bonds, Series 2020 of the East Ouachita Parish School District of the Parish of Ouachita, State of Louisiana, and providing for other second school district of the Parish of Ouachita, State of Louisiana, and providing other matters in connection therewith. Mr. Grant Sluter.
Grant Schluter with Fuller Udell, Bond Counsel. Namby Thompson, a municipal advisor, is here to answer any questions concerning the sale of the bonds. We had a great bond sale. Received an interest rate that is, I believe, the lowest you've received previously, and one of the lowest we've seen over, quite honestly, decades. The true interest cost was 2.48%. The underwriter, Stiefel, did a very, very good job on pricing this issue. So extremely low interest rate. You did maintain your AA- rating, which, as you know, is higher than most of the school boards in Louisiana. So that contributes a great deal to obtaining a low interest rate. These bonds are going to be delivered on November 5th. So money will be in the bank that morning and available for projects. If there's any questions, we'd be happy to answer them.
Any questions from the board? We have a motion and a second to accept the resolution.
Second.
A motion and a second. Need a roll call vote, Ms. Mickens?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do we have any discussion from the board or the audience? Thank you, Ms. Luter.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Moving down to item number 2, the financial report for August 31st, 2020. Ms. Mickens.
You have the financial report for for the period ending August 31st, 2020. This is the second full month of the current year. In the general fund, We have a current ending fund balance of $33,475,000. This is, as you can see down at the bottom, 97.85% of our projected fund balance for the year. District 1, M&O, we have an ending fund balance for the period of $20,085,633, which is 99% of the projected fund balance for the year. Our sales tax collections are up for the year, which you'll see in the following columns: the 1968, 1995, and West Ouachita. If you will go with me to the next to the last page, we have our revenues and other sources for the general fund. You see the 3-year comparison. As of the period ending August 31st, we have $20,585,000 in revenues and other sources, which gives us a change for the year to date of $10,311,000. And you'll see as we go through the year, that number will definitely come back down to normal. And M&O, you can see there are no revenues to date because the first 2 months of the year, of course, are accrued collections from the last 2 months of the previous year. And we do have expenditures in the M&O, giving us to date a negative $472,000, which will, of course, change as the year goes on. And we start collecting for the year. On the last page, this just recaps the fund balances in comparison for the past 3 years, and you'll see with the general fund, we're a little bit above what we typically are at this time, related to mainly the MFP revenue year to date is a little bit higher based on the student counts and the increases from the prior year. Of course, we'll see that number decline as we go through the year based on when the MFP is adjusted based on our current student enrollment. And then the M&O, as you'll see that we are up just a little bit for this period over what we have been the prior 2 years. Anybody have any questions?
We have a motion and a second to approve the financial report for August 31st, 2020.
Also move that we approve the financial report for August 31st.
Second. Okay, a motion and a second. Any discussion from the audience? From the board? All in favor, yes?
Yes. Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Moving down to item number 3. Adopt Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire for the year ended June 30th, 2020. Ms. Makers.
You have a copy of the Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire for the year ended June 30th, 2020. This is a standard questionnaire that is completed and approved by the board each year. Basically goes through all of the state compliance requirements that we have as a district, and we answer, yes, we are in compliance, or no, we're not. As it is, we are in compliance with all of the requirements listed. So it asks that you would approve the state compliance questionnaire for the year ended June 30th, 2020.
Okay.
My address is incorrect.
Okay, I'll get that.
Okay.
We have a motion and a second to adopt the Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire for the year ended June the 30th, 2020.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion from the audience? From the board? All in favor, yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Miggins. Moving down to item number 5, construction renovation projects report. Ms. Ken Slusher. Oh, 4, I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't get me. I've been waiting a long time.
I'm getting ahead of myself here. Discussion of pine trees at Lakeshore Elementary. I wasn't trying to cut you out, Dave.
Yeah, that's what-
Dave O'Graves.
We got a little problem at Lakeshore School. It's been going on quite a while, and it needs to be addressed. Back then, Laura had 5 trees fall, knocked down 4 telephone poles, and the whole subdivision of Lakeshore was out for 8 days. I got 2 trees in playground now. The kids can in playground. Playground trees. I got limbs hanging from trees just next to me in the phone fall. They broke this thing. I'm afraid we'll miss somebody hurt. We tried in the past to get people to come do it. One reason or another, we couldn't get it done. But we need to find someone. I want to get a bid. I need all those trees taken down. I got some fence along it. A tree fell up there and missed a brand new bush. We could have lost $90,000 bush. I got the fence along here. The trees fell so many times. It needs to be taken down. What I'm asking the board to do today is, if we can get with Bobby Jones, find somebody, get a price. If we have to pay to have the limbs hauled off, we just have to pay to have the limbs hauled off. Those trees need to come down. I can't get hurt over it. That's a major problem. We've had trees that grew before, been taken down, it's dangerous. Other schools, it's just one of those deals. They're 70 years old, they're brittle. Winter's coming on, they're gonna be cold. And that's superintendent. We went over there long. We couldn't even get to the street. There's so many trees down, we had to park and walk it.
And this is one of those situations where we've had people commit to coming in and cutting the trees. We were going to give them the timber if they would just come in and cut the trees, and did not pan out, did not come through. We want to make sure that whoever would come forward and do this would certainly be bonded. We had one person that committed to it, found out that they didn't have the insurance or the bondedness to be able to do it, and therefore we didn't necessarily want them cutting these trees down. Mm-hmm. And so I would venture to say that and we're talking about around the entire property of Lakeshore Elementary School, and there are probably, Scott may know better than me, there are probably 120 to 140 200 trees there. 219. It's a lot of timber in those trees too. If somebody, we'd love to give it away. And so that's the direction we have gone. They're big trees, big trees. We've heard from various people that, the sawmills may take them, but there are very few sawmills around in our area anymore. But they're almost too big to take to the mill for processing or whatever. Yeah, that's kind of what we're hearing.
They won't take them.
They don't want to see.
So,
didn't Troy Cage give us a price of $10,000 to cut them down? That's been a couple of years ago. That's why I really don't remember the exact amount. He was going to leave the tree tops, but he would cut them down for $10,000 on them. But he wanted the trees.
And they need to go. They really do, just for safety purposes more so than anything else right now. Yep.
From our standpoint.
Yep.
One of those trees are dead and it falls on somebody or the property, we're gonna be held liable for it.
Right. We've actually had our guys come in and cut down some of the Bradford pear that, they were old trees also. One ended up falling on an employee's vehicle. And so we felt like that it was time. So I think Stephen's crew came over and cut all of those down. And I'm not a tree cutter. I'm not one that really likes cutting trees down, but in this case, and for the safety, I think we need to put forth a major effort to put something out there to see what it would cost us to have them removed.
I mean, are you suggesting to cut all of them down or just some of them?
All of them.
How many trees was it, Dave?
219.
It's a bunch of them.
And what kind of price did this guy? Oh, 10,000.
Me and Bobby talked about this. I think Troy Cage and tree cutter, he wanted $10,000 cash and the tree.
And that's hauling them off?
Yes.
That's not a bad price.
No.
Not for that many
Like
trees.
Bobby said, that was 2
But
years
all the
ago.
brush would be left for someone else to come in and clean.
Oh, they wouldn't take the brush.
I don't think
So they
so.
wouldn't take the brush
No.
off.
Could the brush be hauled off?
Now,
burned?
with the storms here, if we put it by the road, they might pick it up. Could they pick it up?
Well, the police are picking up limbs and stuff like that. If you don't, they don't
Yeah.
cut down stuff, but if you put all that on the side of the road, they'll pick it up. They did at my place. And I had a bunch.
That's a lot, though.
And they're
I need
gonna
to
be,
make some kind of
I talked to
motion
John
on this.
Tom Murray with the police here this
I need
morning.
to make a motion.
and-
for this or what?
Hey, John Tom Murray, I talked to him this morning. They're continuing to pick up in the parish. And they will do that for a long time, he said, because there's a lot of it still out there. So that's a thought. If you can just get it piled up by the road out there, they'll pick it up. Because he told me they would. So,
Well, if we can find somebody that cut 210 trees down, keep the lumber for $10,000, I'd say
that's
you
what it
want to
takes.
start.
That's a bargain.
that's a bargain. That really is a bargain.
I can tell you from personal experience, we're trying to find, we've tried to find somebody to just come cut some, and they won't come. Just
Because
for free.
I've seen 2,000 and 3,000 just to cut one tree down in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we need a motion and a second for him to get a price on that, or?
Maybe what you?
I would think.
All
I'll
right,
make a
well,
motion, we'll get a price on cutting the trees down.
Okay.
Maybe for 'em.
Okay.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion from the audience? From the board? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Thank y'all.
Moving down to item number 5, construction renovation project report, Mr. Ken Slusher.
Board members, you should have in front of you a status report on, from CBA. The first is on, report on Bowley. And then on the roof replacement of Pine Crest and Lemuel. Both of the Pine Crest and Lemuel, the roof, the completion date is 11/2. In Bowley, estimation 7/4/21, but, they have, Bowley is the side that you go by there and look, anticipate coming to the next scheduled construction meeting. They have really been getting after it. We've got all the foundation and, site work is going on now. They've got the footing forward for classroom A and B. We pour the slab for classroom A this week, by the end of the week, with the weather values. And the next thing is on Woodlawn. We dig it. The whole wall that blew down, the engineer approved taking the whole wall out and replacing it. That has been done. They're working on the inside and the interior walls and all that on the pad and closet. So we lost a little over 2 weeks there with that storm blew the wall down, but they're going real good now. Hopefully get that done up, get it occupied by the school, and then we're gonna do the renovation of the existing band choir room, turn it into the home net. And that's all I have, unless y'all have some questions.
Anybody got any question for Ken?
Yeah, damage in Woodlawn, is it covered by their builder risk insurance for the contractor, or who's paying for that?
That's all contractors.
Contractor insurance?
We require them to hold insurance costs.
What's the day of the next meeting at Woodlawn?
27th. Next Tuesday, the 27th, we'll have a construction meeting at Woodlawn, and I urge y'all to attend. See for yourself what's going on out there. So the next meeting is Bowley, and have a challenge from you there, second Tuesday. November, will be the next meeting with Bowley.
Speaking of insurance, have we got anything for Bowley yet?
Right, we've actually added some other costs that they're gonna have to go back in and evaluate to see if they're gonna reimburse those or not. Some of it was storm-related and some of it was, the rental of the facilities that we're still doing at the church site where Bowley is now. And,
What about the bad dirt? Did we get anything?
no, that's,
No?
Mr. Manley had that one pegged pretty good on that. Yeah, there won't be any reimbursement for the bad dirt part. But we are looking at some of the other ones. We're hoping that within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we will have all of this pretty much resolved and that we'll be looking for our insurance check to be coming, certainly before the end of the year, end of the calendar year. Yeah.
We've already had something paid out, you know, for both sides.
Right.
And they know that. And the one of the adjusters has been working on this team for this particular claim is retiring, and we certainly want everything finished because he is the one that has been through this entire process with us before he goes off. Because if not, then they assign 2 more people that are not familiar with anything that we're doing, which could actually bog us down. And so they've been very good to work with, and they're ready to close this case as we are.
Mr. Manley, I want to speak to the middle school stuff, the middle school, we've met a couple of times with the principal, from the staff there. We've met with Dr. Shelter, we've got some preliminary plans drawn up. Principal and one we're really excited about. So we're all working on those plans. I would imagine it would be March, probably March, maybe even April before we ready to see it up too. You know, we don't have the clock yet, but still working on the plan. And he's also, Mr. A, working on the plan for East Ouachita, the new stadium and full contract with the police and everything, East Ouachita. Bill Rice came by and showed me a copy of the tennis plan he had on Sterlington Middle School. Looked great to me. I asked him about the tennis start date. He said he's shooting for March next year. So hopefully we'll be able to get some deals going first of March. That'd be great.
Anything, Kenneth, from land and our project at Richwood High School for the multipurpose?
They hadn't contacted me. I talked to if you saw it before the board meeting, he said he had talked to them, but they hadn't contacted me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get back with them again, and but I will keep you and Dr. Coker informed.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. And Elmer, do you have an update on the land? I know that you had sent an email out for the new Sterlington Middle School.
We're getting very, very, very.
Okay.
We have purchased about the next 12 government. Probably from that. And this is third, the price is done on the 15 acres next to Sterlington High School. Try to come to a middle ground, but only about 15 acres.
Sandy and I went by and looked at the bricks walls that were over for samples at Bowley, and we like the modern look. I know y'all didn't. Has the decision been turned in yet?
The decision's been made to model year.
Good deal.
What real?
Well, I think.
But
Well, When you say modern look, are you talking about the concrete smeared across the brick?
Right.
We went with the clean look,
Oh, did you?
not the modern look.
Oh, Lord, we wanted to,
They call it Russian smear.
It was smeared.
we'll probably smear some anyway.
We can do that. Yeah, I think.
Look like I laid it.
And I did talk with Sandy about it, and I told her she would have some inside decisions that she could make, so she was good with that.
Oh, that's what they call a modern look nowadays.
I
That's yeah. And I knew Kenneth wasn't understanding modern and clean, so modern was the smeared, clean was the cleaner look. Yeah.
Any more questions for Ken? Thank you, Ken. Moving down to the next item is evaluation of bids, Mr. Bobby Jones.
Mr. Hicks, board members, in your packet, you should have, two bid tabulations. The first one will be for copy paper, and what I'd like to do is approve all the items that are in bold print, which met specification and, are low. There is a column from, Staples 13 through 21, those are actually bold, but they're also italicized. The bidder put a condition in their bid, which I couldn't accept. So I'm rejecting their bid for cause. So all the other ones should be okay.
Okay. Do we have a motion and a second to accept these bids from Staples and deleting 13 to 21?
Will be the ones that are in bold print.
Bold print?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I've got some from Jackson Papers, from Liberty, and Economical. We'll all get some of it.
Okay. I so move.
Second. Motion and a second. Any discussion from the audience? From the board? All in favor, yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Thank you, board.
Moving down to the other item is bid 1621 musical.
Yes, so this one, I'm gonna try not to confuse you all with this, but I'm gonna have to, as Ricky Ricardo said, I've got some explaining to do, so. Item one, I'm gonna reject all those bids. I had a duplicate entry on there, and, the bidders got a little confused, so I'm just gonna reject those, and then I'll just get quotes and redo that one. The next item, number two, Washington Music is low and responsive. On items 3 and 4, Nick Rail Music actually submitted substitutes. Well, I'm in the process of getting those checked. So what I would like to do, with the board's permission, is if those instruments pan out, if they're okay from the band director's perspective, I would like to go ahead and approve those. If not, to take the next lowest bidder, if it's okay with the board.
Okay. That's items 3 and 4.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then on item 5, Music and Arts was low and responsive on it, and no one bid on item 6.
Okay.
What was item 6? What was item 6?
I don't remember what that was. It may have been something that, more like wasn't an instrument, but it may have been like some cymbals or something along those lines that these music people wouldn't bid on.
Okay, we are voting on items 3 and 4, and what you gonna do with 5?
5, I'm gonna go ahead and approve, Music and Arts on that, item. They were low and responsive, and none on 6.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to approve these items 2 and 3 and 5 on music arts.
I so move that we approve.
A motion and a second. Any discussion from the audience? From the board? All in favor, yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. You got something, Tom?
Yeah, I was going on the substitute that the guy, Nick Rail, gave. Does the other 3 companies not get the opportunity to give?
They could have provided a
Could have.
substitute as well, yeah,
Okay.
but there's some expense involved in that, so normally I don't get the substitute, because they have to actually send an instrument here to be tested. So normally I don't get substitutes on this, but someone decided it was worth their while to send them in, and if they pan out, it'll be a good deal for the school, because the
Right.
price is so much lower.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you.
Possibly on the advantage, explain to me again how we People just have a month of school, just,
They get,
school, or just for all schools, or what?
Mr. Manley, the individual schools submit instrument requests periodically during the school year. The funds that pays for these actually come out of band allocation funds, or if they have money at the school.
So it's all the schools
Yes, sir.
that they're submitted to?
Not all the schools.
Yeah, the ones that request that submitted.
Yes, that is correct. Yes,
And the band uniform, we rotate that every year, right?
every 10.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Six. Thank you, board.
Moving down to commissioner bid, we have none. And our next board will be November the 10th at 12 o'clock. Dr. Coker,
Don't have anything.
do I have a motion to adjourn?
So
Move. Meeting